Welcome to this week's edition of the Weekly Travel Alert. I'm Steve Glenn.
I'm Paul Glenn.
Paul, you're back in the saddle. Last week we had our good old friend Ryan Swihart. We call #Snurdly.
Yeah, they had to call in the old timer again. So here I'm back.
Oh, people said, we want Paul. We want Paul.
They don't like the tall, dark, and handsome guy.
the young, tall, dark, and handsome guy. They got the old Paul with a beard. Well, hey, welcome to this week's edition of the Weekly Traveler. We've got exciting news for you this week. We've been working on this for about 6 months. Mm-hmm. I have been, and you've been helping me edit it and go through the good, the bad, and the ugly. But we're proud to announce that this week, on this week's edition of the Weekly Traveler, we're launching AmoreItaly.com. And this is a transformational tour. This is nothing exists in Italy like this. And so this is a tour of Italy, Paul, and I think we need to tell people why. What's the why behind this? And one of the things that we noticed, this isn't about marketing. This is more about listening. Filling
a void.
You bet.
And that's why I'm excited. You have a lot of crazy ideas, and usually I just push them off and move on to the next thing. But this one I've been excited about.
Okay.
So I hope it goes over how we hope it's going to go over.
You know, the thing why I'm so excited and confident is it fills the needs that people told us. Mm-hmm. And so here we're going to go through this whole tour with everybody and explain that to you in just a few minutes on this week's edition of the Weekly Traveler. And what we did, Paul, is we said we're going to put together a tour. It's a 9-day, 7-night tour. Okay, you fly from the States over to Italy. You arrive in Rome. Mm-hmm. And then we pick you up with a luxury Mercedes van.
Sprinter van,
yes, Sprinter or V-Class van. We do a golf cart tour of Rome, which is really cool. Mm-hmm. You don't have to walk all those 22 miles.
You just have to be able to get through all the other people that are walking.
Yeah, well, the nice thing about golf cart tours is they go through the alleys, right? Okay, and so then we take you up into Umbria. It's the hot spot now for Italy that people are just becoming aware of. Mm-hmm. We have you stay at the newly renovated 4-star Hotel Fortebraccio. And then from there, we go daily to different areas. Mm-hmm. One day to Florence, one day to Assisi, one day to Cortona and Siena. And then we do the winery tours. We have all these special experiences we'll go through in just a minute. But ladies and gentlemen, we want to share with you, and I'm going to go through these one by one, the 7 points of pain that Americans tell us when they go to Italy. They come back and they say, I had a great time, but if I could have this easy, mm-hmm. Where's the easy button for these?
And I think that's what this is. This is the listening for what all the easy buttons would be and coming up with a solution for those.
So the tour name is AmoreItaly.com. You can find it on the web. And here are the 7 points of pain that we've designed Amore Italy to address. Number 1, price matters. Even for upscale travelers. If you take a private driver tour of Italy, it'll cost 40% more than this tour, mm-hmm. 40% more than a motor coach tour. Mm-hmm. So people are saying, I'd like to travel that way. I just don't want to spend that kind of coin. Yeah. And so this tour is designed to be about the same price as a motor coach tour.
Yeah, it's right in line with what you would spend to be traveling with 48 other people.
So it's a private driver, all-inclusive, okay, for 2 to 6 people. That's what Amore Italy is. Now, number 2 on this week's edition of the Weekly Traveler, we're sponsored by Executive Travel. You can find us online at executivetravel.com. Our easy-to-remember phone number, 402-435-8888. And where can you find us on YouTube for this podcast?
You just got to spell out Executive Travel. So if you can figure that out, you can find us.
All right. So that's the easy way. We're headquartered in downtown Lincoln at 1212 O Street. I was thinking 25 years ago, we used to have 6 locations. Mm-hmm. And then what we found is the industry changed. We changed. Mm-hmm. And most of the stuff we do is with online, the phone, internet, and of course email. we're pretty good at too.
We do all those things.
All right. So
we'll even get a fax every now and then down there.
Oh my gosh.
Still got the old fax.
Yeah,
machine.
which reminds me, we started this weekly traveler about 35 years ago with a fax machine. I think we did 100 faxes the first time. Got a machine that did 2,000 or something. Then, of course, along came the internet. We were doing the internet before there was an internet. All right, here are the 7 points of pain. The first one was price matters. And this tour comes in about what a motor coach tour comes in at. Number 2, driving in a foreign country is stressful. Now, especially when you land in Rome and you get on a 6-lane highway and the people are going by you at 120 miles an hour. And you're tired, you're exhausted. So instead of that, we pick you up with a private driver and a Mercedes van, and you just can either nap or watch or drink or eat or whatever you want. So driving in a foreign country, you don't have to do that anymore. I know I am famous for getting parking tickets, speeding tickets by going into those ZTL zones that say, it's that sign that I don't know what it means, but it means don't go here.
You're going to get a ticket.
Don't park here, don't drive here, because they got cameras. And 6 months later, Paul, guess what I get in the mail?
It's all done by camera. So
all right.
There's no getting away from it.
I like when I rent my car with Executive Travel, because Executive Travel gets the ticket. What's that $200 ticket? Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, on one of the points of pain and why people love Amore Italy, our new tour that's a private driver, all-inclusive VIP tour of Italy. Hidden costs and constant hassle. Italy trips are famous for surprise expenses. Their meals, transfers, tours, tips. Amore Italy is truly all-inclusive, and that's really one of the big differences. There's no such thing as an all-inclusive in Italy except now. Now you have Amore Italy, and I think people don't like getting nickeled and dimed.
Well, I think it's nice to just know. It's kind of like when you go on that cruise, and one of the reasons people like to go on a cruise is because they don't have to worry about what's my food cost going to be. They don't. I mean, obviously there's drink packages and things if you want to make sure you don't have to worry about that. But this is very, very similar to all you got to do is show up, and everything else is taken care of.
Well, think of the Mexican resorts.
If you want to be flexible. Then we can make some changes for the day, or if you want to stay at the winery longer, or if you want to do this or that. This is the ability to do that. So you're not on the agenda of what they've put together for, again, the motor coach tour that's got 50 passengers doing it that they got to keep on track.
Here's the summary of number 3. You could leave your wallet at home. You got to bring your passport, but literally everything is paid for. So you're not going to get nickeled and dimed along the way. That's number 3 on the 7 points of pain that Amore Italy is addressing and making your next trip to Italy so much easier. Number 4, private drivers beat bus tours every time. And what we're saying is this is a private driver tour for 2 to 6 people. Could be a couple on their anniversary. Could be 4 girlfriends want to go to Italy. Could be 3 couples that say, hey, we want to do it. We play cards together every Wednesday night. We want to go see Italy together. This is the way to do it. And it's all at a cost that's pretty darn reasonable compared to like a motor coach tour. So private driver tour. Number 5 on the list of the 5 points of pain that people share with us when they travel to Italy reads, Americans want boutique, not big. And that's really important. Boutique is how you get the sense and the feel of Italy.
The culture.
Yeah, and so we're going to have you stand at our newly remodeled 4-star Hotel Fortebraccio. And we've remodeled it this past year. We're going to be continuing that remodel throughout the year with upgrades. But man, it's just so much fun to see people. We just had our company meeting there.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is the people in Montone, where the hotel is located, they're just amazing people. It's one of the most fairy tale-like locations I've ever been to.
Yeah, so that's number 5 on this week's edition of the top 7 points of pain that Amore Italy new tour is trying to address. Number 6 is Americans don't like single supplements. So if you ask anybody, hey, I'm single, I want to go on a tour, why do I have to pay 50% more than a couple that are going in a room? What we've said is, how do we get rid of that point of pain of a single supplement? And with Amore Italy, you don't pay for that single supplement. You can travel as a single, stay in your own room, and you don't pay a nickel more. So we think that's a powerful thing, especially for girlfriends that want to go.
I mean, if you've got 4 girlfriends that want to go, each of them can have their own room on this thing, and it's not an additional charge.
Doesn't cost more. Yep. Number 7 on this week's edition of the Weekly Travel Alert that deals with the launch of AmoreItaly.com. And these are the 7 points of pain that Italian travelers tell us about. And we said we're going to address them to launch this program. Americans hate packing and unpacking. Traditional tours, you're going to pack you're going to unpack and pack about 4 times.
At least every other day, if not every day.
Yeah. With this tour, you unpack once and you pack once. That's it. You stay in one place. Hotel Fortebraccio is your hub hotel. So you get picked up in Rome, you go to Hotel Fortebraccio, then you go to Florence, then you go to Assisi. If you think about it, this is the way you ought to tour everywhere.
It is. Well, and that's what hopefully this will take off and be something that we can expand and really make it so that it's an offering that we can give all over the world.
The next item on this week's edition of the Weekly Travel Alert reads, signature experiences are the magic sauce that truly sets Amore Italy apart. Think about this, Paul. Your average motor coach tour, you're going to go from one city to the next city to the next city, hustle and bustle. With Amore Italy, we've got these signature experiences which cost nothing more to the tour. Think about this. Hot air balloon rides. Golfing at the highest rated golf course in Italy. 3 of the last 5 years. Think about Vespa and e-bike tours of the countryside. Think about wine tastings, gourmet food dinners with chefs. Think about spa and massage treatments. All this costs nothing extra. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, if you were on a luxury super luxe tour, you wouldn't get some of these things. And then you've got curated wine experiences, truffle hunting, which people love. So all these are included at no additional cost.
You go the right time of year, you can probably do the olive harvest and make your own olive oil, and boar hunting is another big thing over there. So lots of different opportunities.
And all this, you're traveling in with a private driver. And you know what people say is, well, your itinerary looks great, but what if I want to slow down? The beauty about this tour, it's meant to slow down.
You coordinate with your driver on a daily basis. Hey, we don't want to leave till 10 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, or I don't want to do a wine tasting. I want to sit out by the pool. Yeah. Today it's 85
I want to drink wine by the pool.
That's right.
Yeah, bring me the wine.
Okay. So the other beauty is, as I mentioned at the front of this podcast, was you get to see the best of Italy with not only the boutique hotel, but you get to see Rome, Florence, Assisi, Siena, Cortona, and all the little hidden gems of both Tuscany, Umbria, and the whole area of Italy. I tell people, if you've never been to Italy before, this tour, you'd feel like you really captured Italy.
So you're gonna get all the highlights that you have to see that first trip that you go over there, but then you also get to see real Italy, which is not in Rome and not in Florence. It's getting out on the countryside. That's where Italy becomes magical.
And now, speaking of magical and visual, we hope that you'll now go to AmoreItaly.com. It's a brand new website, and we'd like to thank Ryan Swihart on our marketing team putting all that website together. That's AmoreItaly.com. You can see the itinerary, all the signature experiences. And what we do is, if that interests you, you can also set an appointment with Star in our office, who is managing this whole tour operation. And she will walk through the whole itinerary if you want to customize it for yourself and get you booked. But we encourage you to start booking it right away because we anticipate it being full.
Well, it's limited. That's the thing, is we only have so many drivers, so many vehicles. And so, yeah, it is something where if the week's not available, the week's not available.
And if you're watching this podcast during the week before Christmas, think about what would be the best Christmas present under the tree.
Is this what you're giving me?
This is what some people should
Ryan
be giving
and
people.
Ryan Swihart and Paul are getting Amore Italy.com.
But think about putting this as a Christmas gift in this year as you head into
good
Christmas.
stocking stuffer.
Hey, thanks for joining us this week on this week's edition of the Weekly Travel Alert. I'm Steve Glenn.
I'm Paul Glenn. Please like, subscribe, share, and add any comments or feedback on topics that would be of interest for future episodes. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.